by the sound of your heartbeat. My soul is overwhelmed. I find it hard to be discreet. I feel your presence in the room. The way you're killing me is a murder. It's unheard of. Let's take the love imprisoned in us and let it go.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Disabled Team. Welcome to Russell and TDT's Fantasy League show. But first of all, the draw's going to be taking place right as we speak, more or less, isn't it, Russell?
Yeah, I've got the iPad in front of me, mate.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is, people in the comments might even get it before us, but I can't see the comments. But what I'll do is I'll do it the old-fashioned way, and I'll be like, when they used to pull the balls out, I'll kind of say it as they're drawing it. It'll be quite exciting for you, Stu, because you might not know what's going on. So I can maybe tell you. So we're not going to go straight into fantasy football. We're just going to kind of watch the draw, and then we'll start talking fantasy. So, yeah, I'm a bit blind to the comments. So anyone in the comments, you should time to have a go at me because I can't see anything right now.
Yeah, well, Brother Titch is in as always. Good evening, Brother Cieran.
How you doing, Titch? You okay? Did West Ham? They're in Europe, aren't they? So they go into the. Oh, we could get West Ham.
Yeah, they're next round out there. Holy Ghost is in chat. Hiya, Holy Ghost, mate. Hope you're doing well. Hope you and family are well.
Hello, Holy Ghost.
So let's see who we get. Who do you fancy, Russell?
Like I said to you in the pre-chat, mate, I'm not that fussed about a cut run, so I'm quite relaxed with it. I mean, if I'd like a good maybe. Let's go for a big team. Let's if we go out early, we go out early. So I wouldn't mind a big plum draw against Man United at home. Man United. I'd like that right now. I think that'll be a fun draw. So I'm not looking at the smaller ones. I'd rather pick one of the big boys, and if we go through, we go through. If we don't, we don't. How you doing, Lee?
Chat. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Evening, main man Lee. Yep, he is. He is that. Hi guys. Do you know I'm really frustrated. I'm really frustrated with this cup. They call it the English League Cup, don't they?
Yes.
It's not broadcast in England.
No. Well, one game.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, Newcastle game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who wants to watch them?
So wait there. I've got a question. I'm going to reverse that question for you, Stu, because you asked me. What about you? How do you feel about a cut run, and who would you like in the next round of draw?
Look, I want to concentrate on league. I think league is bread and butter. We're doing so well in league, but me and Titch were talking about this earlier on, and you said it in green room, and Titch said it. It's a good chance for you fringe players to get a game. The players who are coming back to fitness. It's a good chance for them to stretch their legs a bit as well.
I mean, I was happy with, like you said, I was happy seeing the fringe. But I was just saw actually. I noticed that Lincoln are in the draw actually, so I'm going to change that. I'd like Leeds and Lincoln. That would be a great draw for me actually. I forgot Lincoln.
Away from home. What Lincoln v Leeds? So Lincoln at home. Would you be able to get to the game?
No, because it'll be sold out. I would say. Yeah, I think I'd rather it be Lincoln at Leeds because I think they'll get more money for that. It could get advertised. So yeah. Either way, I don't know. Yeah, Lincoln Leeds either way. Bear with me, mate. My laptop just here. This beast. It's actually saying the battery's low, so I'm just going to take myself off the camera, but I'm just going to plug this in. So
nobody's. Oh my.
The draw hasn't started yet, so we're okay.
Amos Fans United says just seen that Barnsley could have made it 2-0. Yeah, they missed a penalty, didn't they? A good save by Meslier by all accounts. Lee were listening to it on Melu TV. They had audio commentary on. We were getting excited, getting as excited as he would watching it. But yeah, it's not. I just wish they'd put it on, broadcast it on English TV. I don't know how Newcastle were doing. Last I heard, they were losing 1-0.
No, they won 2-1, mate. So they're just showing highlights of that new player they signed in the Swedish guy Isaac from Real Sociedad.
Wow,
60 million. I don't think he's worth 60 million. I think it's a lot of money.
They're also, I mean, what do you think about Leeds as well, Russell? Apparently, we've put a £35 million price tag on Jack Harrison. Now, why didn't we just say it's not for sale? It's as simple as that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I said a couple of weeks ago, I said, "Oh, yeah, I'll take 40 million for him." But the way he started, even I'm going, I don't know now. I think I don't know if someone comes in with a big bid, they'll take it. Yeah, you think they'll probably. I guess what we're all kind of waiting for is maybe for him to get a contract extension. So, well, I'll have to see how that goes after the winter. I'll be shocked. I don't think he's going to go because the owner's come out and gone, he's not for sale. So I would expect that if we don't do any business and we still got a lot of money floating around, I'd expect our better players to be tied into longer contracts. So that's the only thing that I guess you could replicate, which would be your yin and yang from the disappointment of not strengthening further while we're doing well. Would be, okay, we haven't strengthened further, but at least let's tie down our better players still. I think the draw might be coming up, Stu. Oh, no, is it? I think they might be going to a break.
It takes forever, doesn't it? These sort of things.
Yeah, I would go. Yeah, it's going to be next. We've still got the adverts.
Well, Hammers fan says he's a really good player who Newcastle have signed.
I don't know. From what I've seen of him, he looks quite lanky. I don't know if when you see some players and they just look awkward. He's one of these gangly, awkward players. I don't know. I don't look at him and go, "Oh God, I'd love him." Doesn't do it for me personally. I was looking at his goal scoring record. He had like a really good year 2 years ago, and then last year he got like 6 goals. Right. And I'm like, that's a 60 million. I mean, you'd want consistency, wouldn't you, for 60 million? Doesn't seem that consistent. But it's interesting because Newcastle haven't gone as crazy as I thought. They've been very calculated with their transfers. So,
Oligo says, "Can you send Lee to text me with the lottery numbers, please?"
Who you?
Lee. He predicted Leeds to beat Chelsea 3-0, didn't he?
Oh, he did, yeah. God, yeah.
I thought he was nuts. Yeah. I thought he was mad. I told him, I said, "You're mad, you." But nope, I haven't won. We proved mad. I will really go. Don't you worry. Lee's numbers for lottery, I think when he used to play it were 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 or something. It was just the first numbers he got to scratched off. Anyway, Oli Ghost, is it Hammerhead's in house? Hello,
Hammerhead.
Brother Titch saying hi to him, as he normally does. And yes, now at Titch, my G. Thumbs up. I've never got that G bit, my G bit. Is it, when there's people say yes, my G?
No, I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, it must be my G. It must be like I don't know.
Maybe it's a London thing.
Yeah, Godfather, gangster. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Godfather.
When you were talking about Langley players, remember who we were thinking of?
Carlton Palmer.
United player Carlton Palmer.
Yeah, I knew he was going to say Carlton Palmer. Yeah, he's just all. He was just all. He's still there. If you see, I've seen a recent video of him. He doesn't look any different. He's still like really skinny, really lanky. He just looks the same.
TD5. All right, G basically means like friend. Thanks, TD5.
There you go. Well, he's a bit younger, so he'll be up with the words, won't he? Not like us oldies.
No, well, yeah. Hey, Lee.
Hello, Lee. You okay?
Yeah.
Good.
Don't for 5 minutes from me.
You got the lottery numbers, Lee. You got someone in the comments who was wanted to know if you got the lottery numbers for him.
What real or 6 lottery numbers, Lee?
Huh? 6
lottery numbers.
Oh,
no, just saying the 6 normal lottery numbers from 1 to 59 or whatever it is.
What's that?
Holy Ghost, yeah.
Oh.
So name 6.
And don't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Really?
Can't think.
Just say 16, not 46 numbers.
Well, the lottery's up to now. What is it? Up to 59, is it? Or 49? I never know nowadays.
I don't know. So 1 to 40, 1 to 40. Let's say 1 to 40 because we know it's definitely that. So name some numbers.
10.
10.
You got 10?
Yep.
40.
40. Yep.
I was going all even.
50.
I don't know if there is 50. Is there 50?
I think let's say up to 49. I think you can go up to 49. So we'll go up to 49. So you can say 49 if you want.
What numbers? Seven?
Yeah.
Right, next.
Uh, 31.
31. Yep,
31.
next.
We've got 2 more, I think. All quick, the draw's happening.
34.
34. And one more.
Yep.
47.
And 47.
There you go. You've got John Aldridge. You've got John Aldridge and John Barnes doing the draw. How's that for
The
an
double
80s?
Johns.
Yeah, the 80s. 80s. Leeds are number 30. As it stands, West Ham are 27. Ooh. Could it be West Ham of Leeds?
TD5 says, but he never used it. The word G. Green Street Elite. Good evening, gents. Good evening, Green Street Elite. I hope you're doing well, Budgie.
Hello, Green Street Elites.
TD5. Good win v Barnsley 3-1, but wasn't showing anywhere. So yeah.
The draw has started. So the first number is to come out. The first team, number 14, Leicester City. Leicester City at home, and they will be playing John Barnes. 21, Newport, Wales. A bit of Wales in the Midlands. So John Aldridge is doing the home teams, and John Barnes the away.
Put your money on Newport, but look at it. So, Leicester are really in trouble, aren't they?
Oh, West Ham have come out. 27.
West Ham are at home.
Could it be Leeds? Could it be Lincoln? Number 4. Oh, Blackburn. It's not a bad tie. Blackburn.
West Ham v Blackburn.
Yeah, I'd expect that. Yeah, I'd expect West Ham to go through on that.
Good
28.
evening, Happy Emirat.
Hello, Happy. Wolves. We're just doing the draw, Happy. So we'll go back. We'll go into the fantasy soon. We're just doing the draw. Wolves versus Leeds. That's a crappy draw, isn't it? Premiership.
Yeah, and don't fill me with any bloody.
Yeah, I'm not really happy with that one.
We're away at Wolves.
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest. The next one. 26. Tottenham. Well, that's a good game. 2 all Premiership games. I think Leeds will go out to Wolves, personally. I can't see us going through against them.
If he plays his French players, we might go out.
Manchester United.
Please get Liverpool or Chelsea.
Number 3, Aston Villa. I tell you what, the last 3 draws, they've all been Premiership teams. There's going to be a lot of lower, Championship, League 1, League 2 teams, I think, playing each other. Number 1, Bournemouth, another Premiership team. So after they get another Premiership team. Number 12, Everton. It's another Premiership tie. Wow.
Both are staffed as each other.
Wow. And you've got 16. Liverpool. I love if they get Lincoln. That'd be hilarious. Little Lincoln at Liverpool.
Oh, Man
Will be
United.
11. Derby. They're going to get a pasting, aren't they? Derby. Play Jesus. Number 6. Burnley. Burnley will play. Burnley. Number 9. Crawley. What a tie. Whew. That one
Tie
excites
it round that.
Burnley versus Crawley. That gets the juices flowing.
Burnley with all
City.
this time of being drawn, then they get bloody Crawley.
Bristol City versus Lincoln. What a crap tie. Lincoln. Oh man, that is rubbish. Both of them are rubbish ties, Lincoln and Leeds. They're rubbish. That's crap. Oh, Man City came out next as well. Man City v Chelsea. Ooh, that'll definitely be
a big game.
Yeah, that'll be the tie. That's tie the round. That easily. Yeah.
Good evening, Liam.
Hello, Liam.
Appreciate by the way. I am massive in the Fantasy Premier League. Just so you should know.
Well, we're not. We're just going for the Stevenage and Charlton. We're just going for the draw first. Greenstone Elites, and then we're gonna bring up the other screen and we're gonna go for our teams. We'll take questions, and if anyone wants any advice or you think you need to give us advice because we're crap. Yeah, I'm spinning. Yeah, I'm spinning.
Cheers TD5 for letting us know that Leeds ball number were 30. This is how far behind I'm at draw.
MK Dons versus Morecambe.
You were, I'm happy I'm at it. Russ, have you frozen or something? You are spinning.
No, I'm still spinning. Newcastle v number 10. Crystal Palace. There's a lot of Premiership draws, isn't there? Crystal Palace. Yeah, I'm still spinning. Like the Kylie Minogue song. I'm spinning around. Southampton v. Ooh. Oh, the draw's almost done, guys. Crawley have already been drawn. Yeah. Sheffield Wednesday. Southampton versus Sheffield. I tell you what, if Leeds got Sheffield Wednesday, that would have been a good one, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That's a crap draw and it Wolves away. That's so boring. Arsenal v. Just 3 more balls left. Brighton. Another Premiership game. Yeah, West Ham got black. I think West Ham will go through, personally. And then you've got Brentford v 13 Gillingham. Jesus Christ, that's it. And that concludes the draw. There you go.
Brilliant. Right, let's catch up with some of these comments before we get into your Fantasy League Premier League show. Whoop. We've got Wolves away, decent. Yeah, I guess so. Why aren't I so excited about Wolves v Leeds?
What, you?
Yeah, I'm not getting excited for it, mate. I'm not.
Well, I'm not really that fussed about the cups this year. So if we got knocked out to them, I'm not going to be like, oh my God.
Well, yeah, it's crap to be fair. Yeah, it's TD5. Premiership team in 3rd round. Ouch, Leeds v Wolves.
Yeah, I think Wolves will knock us out.
I wanted 9 versus 27. Crawley at home to the Hammers. I can walk there. You should live near there. Alison, hello, my lovely. I hope you're doing well.
Hello, Alison. You okay?
TD5 says Liverpool get Derby.
Yeah, they'll get a spanking.
Yeah, they will, won't they? They will.
Which is always quite fun to watch. So.
Who gets the mighty Crawley? I never doubted your schedule, Titch. Laugh out loud. Liverpool will get an easy one. No, look, Chelsea, Liverpool's a big, massive game.
No, I think Chelsea got Man City.
So it's Chelsea, Man City?
Yeah.
Right.
And Liverpool got Derby, I think.
Liverpool got Derby, yeah, that's right. Well, Russell, most teams in this are Premiership teams, according
That's
to
true,
TV.
actually. Yeah, they are. I was thinking that, actually. I was like, actually, yeah. But there is quite a lot of... I mean, Lincoln, Bristol City's all non-Premiership, so... I was kind of hoping to get mixed around a bit, you know what I mean?
Leeds 2022 says hi. Only popping in to say hi. Leeds 2022, hope you're doing well. Everyone saying hello to each other, which is lovely to see, as always. As always, as always, as always. I got to go enjoy your stream. No worries, TD Leeds 2022. Thanks for joining us, our friend. TD5. Can't wait for Wolves fans to be giving it the biggie after beating us in the Carabao Cup third round.
Yeah, I guess it does reignite a bit of the rivalry, doesn't it? We've had a bit of a heat. How you doing, Alison? Good to see you. Good to see you in the chart.
Good week for anyone in the Fantasy Premier League. I will let you know, Liam. I will show you mine and Russell's numbers. Short-lived, but by Leeds. Laughing her head off, probably. Good to see Sinisterra get his goal, though.
Good goal as well. Yeah, it's a good goal.
I'm happy I'm right. Bye, I'm right. How's your funny team doing, Happy? How's your funny team doing, Happy? That's what you'd ask a woman, is it? How's your funny team doing, Happy?
Yeah, I was going to say, it's getting a bit fruity in the comments. A lot of little innuendos popping off in the comments, which is always funny.
Funny is slowly getting better, Titch.
Yeah. It's like a carry-on film, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, matron. Or an on the buses. Were you with your clipboard, Stu? On the buses.
Yeah. Oh, I loved Hannah Karen. I thought she was funny. Olive, I thought she was ace. Being pretty low this week, my descent cost me points. 51 in total this week. That's not bad. 51. Brother Titch laughing his head off at Happy. I should imagine so. I only got 55 this week. I think you got more than me, Happy. Blame Russ.
Yeah, Titch just blames me everything because I'm beating him.
No, not when I'm Happy. I'm right blaming you.
Oh, is it? Let's all blame Russell. Yeah, I get it all the time. I tell you what, Green Street, you West Ham fans don't like it if us Leeds fans get ahead of you. Titch was lovely until I went ahead of him in the prediction games, and he's just changed, hasn't he? He's like Jekyll and Hyde. He turned into Mr. Hyde. Is it? Which one's the bad one? Jekyll? Is it Jekyll or Hyde? Which one's the baddie? Is it Jekyll? I think it's Jekyll. Yeah, he went from Hyde. He went from Hyde to Jekyll like this.
Thomas Tuchel not giving Leeds any credit. What a clown and a crybaby. Yeah. But that's just, do you know what he's doing there, TD5? He's deflecting pressure from his players onto him.
I mean, his comments were ridiculous, weren't they? They were just absolutely laughable, to be honest with you.
But that's just it, though, isn't it? Everyone's having a go at Tommy Tuchel and not having a go at the Chelsea side.
I mean, there's nothing wrong coming out and just saying, even if you're one of the big six, just saying, yeah, we lost and we lost fair. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, I think people actually respect honesty if you come out and go, yeah, we were crap. You know.
Yeah, I blame us for everything. That's Brother Titch. Blames you for everything.
This is quite good, actually, because the more comments we read out, it means we don't have to look at my team.
If you hadn't slated my bellyist last week, Titch, I may have progressed. Hang on. Oh, yeah, when you had to go or about a kebab. My defence. Let's hope for him, Russell.
That's it, isn't it? That's it. Oh, happy sending you the team. Yeah, that's a good point. If anyone wants to send Stu their teams, like of the points they got or what their team is and whether they want us to kind of go through it or anything like that, any fantasy questions, just whack them in. Because what me and Stu will do, we've got like a little routine now of how we do it, and we'll obviously dip into the comments. And if anyone wants to say stuff about our team or why we've done stuff, or they want us to have a look at their team, just, you know, if they have got Stu's number, or if you want to write them in the comments, we'll kind of go through what you're thinking. So, yeah. Shall we have a look at the team, Stu?
Yeah. Help. I'll just. This is Happy's just sent me a team, so I'm going to download that.
Yeah, that's fine, mate. No rush. But, we'll probably start with yours first, mate, and then do mine, and then we'll go through why we did the teams we had, and then we'll look at what we're thinking in the future. And yes.
Right, there we go. Right, I've got Happy's on screen whenever you want Happy's. Because I know she said that she needed your help. But what you'll do?
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do.
upload
If we
Premier
pin mark, if we whack a little pin in Happy's one, and if anyone else wants to send them, what we'll do is we'll do our bits first, then the comments, and then we'll go into theirs at the Happy's at not the end, but after we've done our ones quickly. I think
that's not YouTube I want.
That's Premier.
It's Premier. Yep, it's that one I want. Cheers, Lee. Please, please get me sorted out, guys. Please get me sorted out. The back one is Jekyll.
Yeah. Well, if you want to go back through the comments, mate, you can quickly run through them.
Right, here we go. Right, it's a fixed. Yeah, right. Dr. Hyde was the cool one. No, wait. Hyde was the bad one, right? Dr.
I thought it was Jekyll.
I always get them confused. Yep. Thanks, Happy. I'm right. I've just received that. Oh, yeah, Happy. Right. Been a lot of changes this week with the prices. Bowen is down to 8.3 million. So do you think he will go lower?
I think he will, yeah. Because obviously it's done on the amount of people who own him. So I think Bowen will go home. There is actually a website you can check called Fpl Statistics, and it shows you who's going to change in price. And if they're below, once they get to 100% below minus, it means the price is going to go down. If they're 100% above, it means the price is going to go up. I could actually check to see where Bowen is. I'll have a quick look now.
While you're doing that, I'll just catch up with these comments.
Yeah, that's fine.
It wasn't it. I'm just skipping past that ones who were saying hello to each other. Don't forget to like this stream and subscribe to the channel. Cheers to Green Brother Titch. Ladies first. Can't wait to see Lee's team. Yep. Embarrassing one first. Up to date with chat, guys. Up to date with chat. So, I've got a fantasy, don't I?
Yeah, that is, yeah.
Right, I'm on my fantasy. I will share screen with you, Russell.
Yeah, that's fine, mate. I'm just quickly checking Bowen, just see where he's at with the prices. I'll write in the comments what I use. So Bowen's actually minus 8.2. So his price, he's okay, actually. I think his price will stay at 8.3 probably until the next game week. I mean, it's got to go down to 100% minus, and he's only on minus 8.2. I'll write in the comments what I use. If any one of you want to use in the future, it's good. It works. So, FPL Statistics. I'm probably spelling this wrong, but you get the gist. Yeah, that's what I use. Right, let's have a look at what we've got on the screen. Shall we have a look at your points first, I guess, then, Stu? That's the main port of call, your points. Let's have a look how Stu did, who he transferred in. Oh, 58, okay, it's pretty damn good. Do you want to tell us what you did then, Stu? How your week went?
Yeah, I took out Christiansen and added, who did I add? Who did I add? You
can go down, mate, bottom right, and it'll tell you the transfer. So you can always, if you're unsure, you can always go down to, where is it?
Transfer history?
Yeah, transfer history, and it'll tell you who you signed. And who you
I took out Aki. I took out Christiansen and put in Aki. Now I've got one transfer this week, so I'm gonna transfer Aki because apparently he's going to be out for a bit of time.
Yeah, so That's actually you fell into this trap, and I do it a lot. Most fantasy football players do. You did that classic thing. You transferred someone in, Man City. You thought they get a clean sheet, conceded 3 goals, got injured. What does Christian go and do? Clean sheet.
Clean sheet.
Yeah. So how many points did you get from Ake? 1 point. You'd have got 6 points from Christensen. That's fantasy football. That's why we love it, but we hate it at the same time. So
my defence didn't really do anything. I picked up 9 points before defenders. Well,
yeah. I mean, Ake was just unlucky, mate. I mean, Cancelo, I can't believe he got 0. When we go into our team, mate, it's a car wreck in defence. So don't worry, I'm going to be in the same boat.
My midfield did really well.
Yeah, talk to us, mate. Tell us what you did with the midfield and what points you got.
Well, Norgard, I kept it team, which I'm glad I did. He got 8 points. Martinelli got me 6 points, and Salah got me 16.
Oh, so you had Salah as captain?
Yes. Yes, I did.
It's well worth it. So I'm just writing this in. So what else you got? You got Haaland, Tony, and Jesus. So, because we're on your screen, we can see if you go up to the top, mate. So that's your points. You got good points actually, well, Stu, mate. You've done well. If you go up to pick team, a bit higher up.
Pick team.
Yeah. Now you tell everyone what are you thinking for transfers and your captain and your plans for the next game week.
Well, I'm going to keep Salah as my captain because if you look at the fixtures he's got coming up, he's got Bournemouth at home next week. So, this Saturday. So I think he'll do well against Bournemouth.
Okay.
So, and Bournemouth, it's only a 2. I'm assuming that means difficulty.
No, well, I mean, Bournemouth at home is a beautiful fixture, isn't it? So
yeah, gorgeous fixture. Yeah.
So
I think the Newcastle game's going to be. I think they've been unfair to Newcastle because they've only given them a 3. Now I watched Newcastle v Man City, and I thought I was really impressed with Newcastle. That should at least be a 4 at least.
But for Salah as captain, that's a good thing because you've got because Newcastle conceded a lot of goals. That's good. So we want the same Newcastle that played Man City because they conceded 3 goals. We want Salah, or you want Salah, in all of those goals as your captain. So,
yes. And I think Darwin Núñez is still out, and he is still suspended.
He is still suspended. Yeah.
So
if anyone,
it'll all go down more Salah's way.
Yeah. If anyone in the comments has got any fantasy questions they want to ask us or anything they're thinking and unsure, obviously we're going to look at Happy's team soon. But if there's any questions you guys have got, just ask. So, or if you've got anything you want to send to Stu, we can have a look at the teams and tell us what you're thinking, and we can kind of go through it as well. So, just to let you know.
Can't wait to see Lee's team. Lee, what's your team called? We'll have a look through your team as well in a minute.
Oh, has Lee got a team as well, has it?
Yes.
Oh, has he got a fantasy team? I didn't realise.
Yes.
So what are you thinking? So your captain's going to be Salah.
I'm going to keep captain. I'm going to keep Salah as my captain. Yes.
Okay then.
And I'm going to keep Jesus as my vice captain.
Okay, that makes sense. So, well, not Haaland. You're happy with Jesus, not Haaland?
Yeah. Well, let's have a look. See who Arsenal play first. Arsenal next game, they have got. Oh, wait, hang on a minute. What's going on here? Right, Jesus is next game.
Yeah, that's
Let's
it,
have a look. Few information.
Fixtures. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, they've got Fulham at home.
Okay. So you think Jay? Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, Salah's going to play. Let's be honest. Unless Salah gets injured, there's no doubt he's going to play. But obviously, you always got to have a good vice captain. So it's up, if you go, I don't think your vice captain will be used anyway, mate. To be honest with you, but if you're happy with Jesus, go for Jesus.
Yep, I'm happy with that. I really am happy with that.
So you've got that's your captain and your vice captain sorted. The next big question is transfers. What are you thinking? You've got one free transfer to use, I believe.
It'll be Hackett. Hackett with him being injured.
Okay, then. So, who are you thinking? Well, we can have a quick look now. So, if we go to transfers, and then you've got 5 million to play with, have you got anything in the bank, Stu? Money-wise, you got any?
0.3.
Well, you got 5.3. So, quickly going through the defenders and then value. So, if you go to all players at the top, and then that's right, mate. Yeah, you're
and then 5 point.
Yeah, 5 point. That's it, mate. And then if you just get sorted by, that's the one, 5.5.
Yeah. Oh, 5.5.
Yeah, do 5.5. You got 5.3 to play with, mate. So you might have some defenders you can get. And then just go to
a good shout.
I would go up to value, mate. I'll go up to value. So if you just change the value. And just before we do that, mate, go to price. It's at the top, all the way. Right at the top. You got it. If you want a quick look at the comments, mate, we'll quickly go through the comments while we've just paused on this bit. So, and while you do that, I'll quickly grab a drink. Bear with me.
Yep. Embarrassing one first. I will look at yours. I will get yours up. I promise you, Mrs. Happy on it. I will. Well said, budget. Russell. That's the website FPL Statistics. Get your fannies out. When you say it like that, thanks, Russell, for that. I'll probably ask you next week when I will be back at my PC. Did better than me, damn. My FPL has just gone down. You can't access it, Happy? Nope, Titchical. Oh, wait, until you look at my team.
Oh, yeah, we'll have a look at your team, Liam. Yeah, see how you doing.
Sent it to TDT. Have you sent it to me through message through WhatsApp, Liam? How's Tricks Titchical? I've got a question. Why do we all squirt out our eyes when we try to look at something?
Squint, not squirt. It'd be interesting if we did squirt out of our eyes.
Yeah, squint out of our eyes when we are trying to look at something. We can't see it when surely opening them would be more beneficial. Sorry.
We squirt when we get excited, but I don't think we do it out of our eyes.
You could bench Aki Stew, get someone else in. Who's on my bench?
Yeah, I think you still got to sort your bench out, mate. You've got Rice at 5 million.
Yeah, I know. If Aki wasn't injured, I probably would have sorted that out this week.
You do realise, Stu, that I mean I'll guide you because I want to help you, but you've still got a wild card to use, and I would use your wild card probably around game week 7 or 8. But I'll help you. I'll guide you through that, mate, because I think we could get a lot of money out of your bench and then put it into your first team better. So
that'd be better.
Okay.
I believe Lee is in the Leeds United Twitter League.
Probably doing better than me.
Yeah, what's that? Right, Charlie and Love. Laughing Happy Emirates laughing their head off. Yeah,
so let's quickly, mate. Let's have a quick look. Now you caught up with the comments. Let's have a look at your defender options. Out of what you can see, I mean, you've got a few pages to look at. The top ones are there. What are you thinking for defender-wise, who you could buy? You've got 5.3 to use. So are you only going to make one transfer this week? Are you only thinking one transfer?
One transfer so we don't get punished.
Okay, then. Okay. I'll let you have a browse then. I know one.
You see, I want somebody who goes up for corners ideally, because for set pieces. it's difficult, isn't it? Because Zinchenko always played well for Arsenal. He hasn't been getting many points, I don't think.
Would you want 2 Arsenal defenders in your team?
Not
I mean,
really.
the good thing with doubling up on, like, you got 2 Man City players. The good thing is if they both get clean sheets, you get a lot of points. But the bad news is, as I'm learning when you see my team, is you have 2 players and they don't get your clean sheets, you get double punished.
See, Maguire's gone down to 4.9, hasn't he? But I think he's going to be out of team for a long time now.
Yeah, I wouldn't want him. No way. Is anyone catching your eye there, Stu? Anyone caught your eye yet? You don't seem that excited so far, from what you can see.
Saliba, I'd have Saliba.
Chelsea.
Arsenal. Oh, it's Arsenal, isn't it?
Oh,
Game.
Saliba. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought it's Chalobah. Oh, Saliba.
And
Yeah.
I can't have another. I'd have 4 Arsenal players.
Yeah, the only way you could get Saliba is getting rid of Gabriel, and I wouldn't do that.
No. You see, if I could, and if I try and do it where I save a bit of money to put in towards make it, improving where I want to improve next week. Webster stands out for me.
Yeah, he's a side, but he is playing Leeds. So for fantasy, you got to hope where Brighton get a clean sheet against your club. That's always hard, mate, when you've got fantasy against Leeds. I hate it. Sometimes I'm like, if Leeds lose, but I've got a fantasy player, I'm like, Leeds did lose, but I did get my fantasy points. But I hate it. I hate it when it's against my own club.
See, defence really, it should be the best defender, but it's not in fantasy football, isn't it? It's who's going to go get you goals, who's going to get assists.
Exactly, yeah. That's what I always think.
So you see, I'm picking it up slowly but surely.
Yeah, no, you're doing better than me. You're doing well. You're doing better than me. I'll read the comments out while you browse, mate, because you got a come through.
Yeah, mate.
You've got Liam Stats says, after watching Man United, I think Varane should be in your starting 11. This is for your team, Stu. If he is not there, the Man United fans looks brilliant. So Varane did play, so he might play a game. So that's not a bad shout, because I think Man United, who have Man United got next in the next game? It's Southampton, possible clean sheet there. Because you've got Varane on your bench. So you could put Varane for Ake and then maybe roll your transfer over to next week, but it's up to you.
That's a good point, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to make a transfer. You can leave it and then just have 2 transfers next week. If you're happy,
right. So if I want to transfer Ake to a bench player,
yeah, I mean, what's he say for his injury? How long's his injury from? He's only got a yellow flag, and a yellow flag usually means he's got a chance of playing.
75% chance of playing.
It's up to you, mate. You don't have to make the transfer if you don't want to. It's up to you.
I've got Varane on my bench, haven't I? have got Varane on my bench.
Yeah, you could change Varane for Ake. You could. This is what you could do. You could put Varane on for Ake. Because Southampton,
No, I haven't.
You could change Ake for Varane, put Ake on your bench, but then roll your transfer and then have 2 transfers next week. But you won't get. But you can, it's up to you. You don't have to do it now. You can change your mind whenever you want. So, I'm okay, Titch. Right there, she's on about something else. Stewart might be a viable option since Firpo's out and he plays left back and gets goals from corners. Yeah. But what happens when Firpo comes back? That's the problem with Stewart. But Stewart, I could probably see keeping his team. And Green Street Elite has just sent his team to yours as well. So we've got a few teams to critique. So you got Varane, James, Gabriel Cancelo, Norgard, Martinelli, Salah. So you're happy with that then? Is that what you're thinking then, Stu?
Yep.
You think you're going to roll your transfer as well?
Yes.
So you got 2 for next week. You got to remember next
that way I can sort out my bench. Then I'll have if I trade in Rice, and let's have a look at my bench now. If I trade in I'm going to switch him. I'm going to move him up. I'm going to put him up here. If switch, there we go. And I'm going to switch them two round because switch.
Why would you put Ake? Why would you put Ake as your first bench though? Because if you get an injury, he'll come on first, but he might not play.
Yeah, I've done it wrong way. I want to get Bentancur there.
Oh yeah, okay. So you can press on Ake now. Yeah.
All right, so switch that to that. Switch. There we go. Bentancur, Ake, Rice.
Yeah, then save it, and then you should be fine. Yeah. Save your team. Yeah, there you go. Are you going to change Ake for Rice?
That's my team. I mean, Cancelo got me 0 points as well. Happy. Oh no, this is mine, Stu. Right, here we go.
So you happy with that?
Just going to download Titch's budget.
Well, mine would be pretty quick. So because this is on Stu's stream and his computer, all we can look at on my one is my points, and then I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I can't physically do it because obviously we're doing it on his screen. He can't kind of change my players around, so I'll just tell you guys what I'm doing. So, okay, this is where you guys get to have a good laugh because then you can look at my team, the man who's meant to know what he's doing right now.
How much is 24th, Russell?
Yeah, 24th, mate. You got to go lower to find me. All the way down.
You're on next page.
I know. Yeah, I'll tell you what happened as well. It's going to be even funnier. You're on next page. You have to rub it in, mate.
You got 41 points this week.
Yeah, there you go. So let's have a look at my points first, and everyone can have a good laugh.
God, you did worse than me back in defence, didn't you?
Right. So my team, this really annoyed me. I had Ward in goal. He got me 1 point. He's got 1 point every game. I had Alexander-Arnold, who got a yellow card and conceded 2 goals. So I got 0 points, and he's usually a machine. I had James in defence, who obviously played Leeds. Robertson, 1 point. I think he got a yellow card, maybe. I got 2 goals because Cancelo. I mean, I've never known these players do this badly at the start. Now, this is where it gets really funny. Do you remember me last week? I said I was going to get Gray in. I was going to change Gray for Neto. The very last minute, I fancy Gordon. And what happened? Gordon got a yellow card and got me 1 point. And then Gray scored. So the player I was going to go with actually got the goal, but I changed it at the last minute. So I've had a nightmare week. Salah captain, so that was good. Saka, again, Martinelli's getting all the points. Aronson, who you don't see in many teams, he did come through for me. Got me 8 points. And Jesus 4 and Haaland. I'm not going to lie. I'm getting a bit of stick in the comments, which I'm enjoying. I'm not going to change my team. I'm very comfortable with my team. No, I am going to change one, sorry. All the fixtures next week, I'm happy with, apart from Ward in goal, who's got a hard game with Chelsea. I'm going to stick faith with Robertson, Arnold, James, Cancelo. I'm not going to do the classic fantasy football thing, and a lot of people knee-jerk, and they go, I've got to transfer these players out. I have complete faith in my back line. And I think these players will come through for me. So I am going to go Salah as captain. I am going to stick with Saka because I believe that Saka will come good because he's a good player on penalties. I think he'll come through. Aronson, he's come through for us. And the only player I'm going to change is Gordon. And I'm thinking I'm waiting for Neto to drop in price again, because Gordon's 5.5. So I'm going to wait for Neto to drop in price again. And he's going to go to Neto. I still fancy Neto. A lot of people are getting rid of him. But I think he's still a good player. And he's still got some pretty good fixtures coming up. So I am going to go from Gordon to Neto but I will still have 2 transfers to use for next week. And this is for Stu and everyone else. Remember, the transfer window, remember games are being played on Tuesday, so just keep an eye after Sunday when the deadline is, because the deadline will be quick. You're gonna have to change it quickly. So even though I had a bad week last week, which a lot of people did because my defenders just didn't come through for me, there is no way I am changing my team, because that is still a good team, and I have complete faith in it. And I have complete faith in me to be patient and not jump the gun. So it's going to be Gordon to Neto, 2 transfers, Salah captain, but I'm probably going to go for Haaland as vice captain. I guarantee you I am going to have a big week soon. That team will come through for me. That will.
The only thing I will say about Anthony Gordon is, he doesn't want to be at Everton. He's already told the Everton board that he wants to go to Chelsea. So they're playing him when he doesn't even want to be there. But he will become a Chelsea player before end up transfer window.
Yeah, that's why. Well, I'm not keeping him this week. I only had him. I literally put him in for 1 week, and I was going to go for Gray because we said it last week, and it's on video. And I said I'm going to pick Gray, and I changed. I did that classic thing. I changed at the last minute, and Gray got the goal. So I had such an annoying week last week. The only player that came through for me are Aronson and Salah. So it's been a really weird start to fantasy football. Really weird. Oh, if you want to look at my bench, Stu, I can show you what I'm going to do on the bench.
Where's your bench?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the bench as it is. And Andreas Pereira will stay on the bench. Williams will stay as second. I might swap Green. No, I'll keep Williams, and Green would be third. Annoying, Andrea had 8 points on the bench, but I would have never picked him anyway. So I'll tell you what we'll do, mate. We'll go through the comments, and you can all you can enjoy all the ripping I'm getting in the comments.
I will enjoy that. Don't you worry about that.
And then we'll have a look for everyone else's team.
And you say that you're expert, but I've lost it because I thought it was funny. There it is. Some expert. That's getting starred. Brother Titch is ripped into you. 41 points for the fanny expert. I ain't got one app. I never played it. Yeah, Russell, you showed us last week's. Put off some scent, then change yours accordingly.
Yeah, because I changed. Yeah, but ironically, it didn't benefit me. Me changing was actually worse. If I actually went with my original plan, I'd have had an extra 8 points. So my instincts were right. It was just on the wrong player, which is annoying.
I've just started another one of Happy's what I want to get to at end. 41 points for the funny expert. I've got a tip for you, Happy. Don't take tips off the guy who claims to give tips. Good tips, she's saying. All his excuses sounds like Klopp.
I sound like Tuchel, not Klopp.
Even I got 51 this week, Titch.
We'll have a look at the teams. We'll see where they got the points from.
Not changing my team, just fuming about the big teams failing. Yeah.
That's
been a weird week. Yeah, it's been a weird opening to Premier League. Must admit.
Yeah. I mean, I like that from Leonstadt. He's like me. I mean, most people in fantasy football, what they do is if they don't have a good couple of weeks, they lose faith in their players. I like people who's like Liam, who are going to say no. It's like me. I believe in I look at my team on paper and go, that's good. I have complete faith my team will come through for me. I don't look at my team and go, God, that looks crap. I think it still looks good, so I'm happy with it.
Right. Well, what I'm going to try and do, if you read out some of these comments, while I look for Lee. Lee, what's your thing called? Your
okay. I'll do that. I'm not changing. So I'm not changing my team. So
EFC.
EFC.
Yeah.
Do you know what about you are at table?
Oh, right. Hammer Fan United says everyone's better than the expert. Happy Hammer says I got 55. Don't trust him. I got more points than him. I don't even play it. I'm a Man City fan, annoyed, but the game was brilliant. Oh, what Newcastle? Yeah, it wasn't good for fantasy football. Only joking, and I find it funny. It's all right, Happy. It's all part of putting yourself on the screen, and you're going to get stick, especially in fantasy football. If you have a bad week, people are going to come at you. But I'm happy with my team. I have full faith. I'll pull it back. I'm going to have to make one now. Show you how it's all done. Hammerhead. No, she ain't Rush. She knows she can't trust you now. Jesus is captain, laughing. Most points I've ever got in 1 week was like 100 and something. That's really good. That rarely happens. Unless you have triple captain and stuff like that. Yeah, the West Ham massive loss to Brighton. So we're up to comments. So whose team are we looking at first?
This is Lee's team. Lee's got, bearing in mind, Lee didn't start this straight away, but so Lee joined it. He's got 39 points this week.
Okay, then.
He had Meslier in goal, which were a good shout.
His
defence has done really well, you know.
Yeah, 7 points. That's good.
James Cash. He's got De Bruyne, Fabinho, Diaz. Then up front, Geltard. Geltard don't get minutes.
Yeah, Oh, he's got Kane and Haaland. Wow, that's where all his money's gone. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, Phillips. He's got Brooks. I think Brooks is recovering from cancer, mate. I think you have to get him out. And he's got Ramsdale on the bench. Oh my God, Lee, you're a madman. Your team's crazy.
No.
Wow. Let's just go up. Let's have a look at his team. Let me right, okay then. Let me just have a quick look at this. So if you go down, one player you can't have Meslier and Ramsdale. What I would do is I would put Ramsdale in. I'd get rid of Meslier and drop Meslier down to Ward from Leicester, who does play. Save yourself 5 million. I would get rid of Fabinho because he's a defensive midfielder coming back from injury. I would get rid of Geldhart and drop him down to Greenwood because Geldhart never plays, so save yourself another 1 million. On your bench, you got to get rid of Brooks. He's never going to play. How much is Brooks worth? How much is he? Surely he's like a £4.5 million defender, isn't he? What is he? He's a midfielder, isn't he? How much is he worth? Don't tell me he's worth 5 million.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You got to get. He ain't coming. He ain't expected back until the 1st of October. Get rid of him. Bring in Pereira from Fulham. Save yourself another 1 million. Who else you got? Also Phillips. Get rid of Phillips. He's never going to hardly play. He's going to be rotated. How much is Phillips? He's 5 million, isn't he? You can get another cheaper player for that.
4.9.
Yeah, get rid of Phillips. You can drop that down to a 4.5 midfielder. Yeah, you could save yourself a good £2-3 million on that team. You definitely don't want 2 starting keepers like that. I would drop Meslier down to Ward from Leicester and play Ramsdale and save yourself about £500,000. £500,000. Yeah.
So we'll do that. We'll do that, Lee.
Yeah, I think that's what you got to do, that team. I'll quickly read the comments. I think Lee has transferred Brooks. I just don't think it has counted yet. Oh, he's transferred him in. Yeah, you don't want Brooks. He's recovering from cancer, isn't he? He's going to take ages for him to get back in. Plus, you can save that money elsewhere. I'm debating to keep Trent Alexander or not. No. Don't get rid of Alexander. This is what I'm on about. There's no way I'm getting rid of Alexander-Arnold. If you've seen his next 2 fixtures, Bournemouth and Newcastle at home, fantastic fixtures. Do not knee-jerk on these Liverpool players. They will come good.
Yeah, we'll do it in a bit.
So whose team's this?
Right, whose team is this? This is Budgies.
Budgies? Is this Green Street Elites, is it?
Yes.
Okay, then what's he got? I can't see the screen. Who's his team? Read out the team to me. Let's have a look at his team.
Right, Ramsdale in net.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Zinchenko, Van Dijk,
Fulham.
Trippier.
Yeah, he could drop into midfield, yeah.
And then in midfield, he's got Foden, St. Maximin, Bowen.
Oh no, who are the other two defenders? Who's he got? Two more defenders, hasn't he?
Zinchenko, Van Dijk, and Trippier.
Oh, Van Dijk. Oh, interesting. Van Dijk. He's got a central defender. Trippier, pretty solid. Yeah, he's on the corners, so you get set pieces. Foden. Now, are you not worried about Foden and rotation? Remember, Man City have got 2 fixtures coming up, and there's a lot of talk about Pep's rotation. So Foden, the only players you can really count on for Man City, for me, are De Bruyne, Diaz, and Ederson, and Cancelo. I think anyone else, including Haaland, could be rotated now. In fact, I am thinking of moving Haaland to Kane after this weekend, because I think there's a good chance Haaland could get rotated.
So then he's got Tony, Jesus, and Scamacca.
Oh, who's up front? Who's in midfield? So who else you got in midfield? Sorry,
St. Maximin, Bowen.
That's it. St. Maximin's a good pick. I was looking at St. Maximin. I like that because he got what 8 assists, 3 assists in the last game. He's good. He can be really hot or cold, but you got to remember St. Maximin plays very advanced and he's a midfielder, so you get midfielder points for like an attacker. Bowen. Bowen, Aston Villa away. Oh God, Bowen. It's just his price point, 8.3. I mean, that's a lot of money. Yeah, I think there's better options than Bowen, really. De Bruyne, yeah, definitely. Tony, yeah. Tony's someone I've been looking at. Jesus, yeah. Samaka. I don't know about Samaka. That's it.
You can tell he's a West Ham fan.
Yeah, he's falling into the trap, which a lot of people do. Is they bring in players for their own team. You can see in my team, I've only bought in 1 Leeds player, and that's Aronson. But ironically, Leeds players are doing really well. Rodrigo is like the best performing midfielder. Harrison's one of the best ones. But for some reason, I still think Rodrigo and Harrison are quite inconsistent. So I haven't taken the bait on them yet. But I wouldn't have Samaka. Who's he got on his bench? Johnny. I think Johnny's a 5. So he's got Rice as well. I don't understand. Rice is defensive midfielder.
And Cody.
Cody, yeah. I think he's 4.5. He'll play. Just Johnny. I think Johnny, how much is Johnny worth? I think he's a... Is he a... let's have a look at Wolves.
Rodrigo scored again today, by the way. That's 5 games on Bams now, if you include Calgary.
Johnny. Where is he? 4.5. Okay, yeah, 4.5. That's a cheap defender. I mean, personally, I'd have Williams from Forest. He's only 4 million. Or West Ham has just signed Emerson, and he's a £4 million defender now. So he might be worth keeping an eye on as a good enabler. Then you've got... Yeah. Right. I don't know. There's a few in there I'd get rid of personally.
I'm a 2090 Brother Titch. Wow, everyone's better than the expert.
Okay. Screen's got blurry. All right. Where's it got blurry? Hang on. Favoritism here or what? Budgies before mine. Oh, Happy's not happy with that.
No, but Happy. I'm saving the best till last, sweetheart. Saving the best till last. Because I know you've wanted help off of Russell, so hopefully when you're looking at Russell's, you can get questions in, so we can keep up with your questions. Green
Street, what I've said, what do you think? And also, how many transfers have you got, and what transfers are you thinking of doing? See, I've looked at that team, and I think there's a few things you could definitely a few things you got to be aware. I would be a bit worried about. With a bit of money on the bench, Foden could get rotated. Samaka, I don't think he's going to start much. What are you thinking after that critique? It's a shame, but how many points did you get as well? Didn't you say how many points you got early in the chat? Oh, you got 51 points. Okay, so you got well, whose is this?
I don't know, mate. Well, that's me. Don't worry. That's Budgies. He answers how many points you got. It doesn't say.
I know he did say it in the comments. He got 50. I think he said 51. 50. He said even I got 51 points this week.
Yes,
so,
he did.
So he got 10 points more than me. So, but I still look at my team, and I think my team. I would say my team would outscore yours. Eventually, I think it will come through stronger in the end. Just because I think you got just a bit too much money left on the bench, and it's just. I look at Smacker and I wouldn't have him at all. I don't. I think you can have someone else. I think there's a better option than Smacker because I don't think he's going to start much, is he? He might come off the bench and get the odd assist or a goal, but I can't see him get ahead of Antonio.
Minus that, I think I'll save Liam's. Let me just see if I can find our Liam's for you.
Oh, great. Green Street Elite says, I'm happy with my squad as you are with yours, Russ. I've won transfer and took out Pope for Sanchez. And also, he thinks Brighton will get a clean sheet against Leeds. Okay, if you're happy with your team, that's your team. You stick with it. Yeah, if you're happy with it. I don't understand. It's like McGinn, and I don't understand people who have McGinn and Rice. They never get points in this football. I know it's probably if it's your team, but I don't know. It's up to you.
This is Liam's team you can see on screen now.
Okay, then. So let's look at Liam. Oh, he's got 51 points. Okay. So who's he got in goal?
Meslier.
Okay, good. Do you want to say it out to us, mate? Let's have a look.
Meslier in goal. He's got 4-4-2.
Okay.
His 4 defenders are Diaz, Cucurella, Cancelo, and James.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good defense. He's got no Liverpool defenders. That's interesting. Okay, then. Yeah, I think Mellier's a good shout. You could get a clean sheet and he gets you save points. So, yeah, defence side. What's interesting with his team is he's got double Chelsea and double Man City. And that's always risky because, if they concede, you two of your players are lost clean sheets straight away. So he's taking a risk, but, they're good players. Good players.
If it's a Man United fan, Man City fan, he's got 3 Man City players in his team. He's got De Bruyne, Son, John McGinn.
John McGinn again. There's that McGinn.
Odegaard,
yeah, he did really well. So the first question is with your midfield is, have you got itchy fingers with keeping Son? Because a lot of people are starting to get frustrated with Son because he's a lot of money and he's not been getting the points. Are you happy to keep him? That's my first question. Odegaard, yeah. McGinn, I wouldn't have. I don't get the McGinn thing. I really don't. Yeah, I just don't get McGinn. I don't get that at all. And who's he got up front, Stu? I can't really see that screen.
Tony and Jesus.
Okay, so he's just going 2 up top. No Kane or Haaland. So he's going against Kane or Haaland. So it looks like he's put a lot of his money into midfield. And what's his bench look like? How you doing?
Areola, Lamptey, Højbjerg, and Greenwood.
Okay, so they're all 4.5s. And there's an argument you could drop Lamptey to Williams or Emerson from West Ham and save yourself 0.5 because they'll both play. Højbjerg, I'm really hoping Højbjerg isn't a 5 million midfielder because you could definitely do better than that. Højbjerg's 5.5. Oh my God. Why do you have a 5.5 defensive midfielder on the bench? Get rid of him. Get rid of Højbjerg. You don't need him. Aronson is the same amount of money. You could have Aronson from Leeds for 5.5 million. No way. I know Højbjerg got a goal, but he will rarely get you returns. He got 1 goal against Thingy. Take my advice, Aronson is your man because he should have had an assist and a goal. He should have 2 goals and assist by now. He's been very unlucky. For 5.5 million, I'll ditch Højbjerg in a heartbeat. I would ditch McGinn as well. How much is Aston Villa McGinn? I think you could. Let's have a look at this. He better not be 5.5 million. See, he's going down already. He's 5.4 million. That's crazy. Crazy times. I personally think they're your weak points, McGinn and Højbjerg. I don't get defensive midfielders. I just don't get defensive midfielders. Everything else is pretty nice. Apart from maybe no Liverpool defence. But I definitely would. McGinn and Højbjerg, you can get better than that. They're too defensive. You want to be attacking players. Hello, expat Paul. You okay?
Good morning, brother. Hey, Paul. How are you doing, our friend? Hope you're doing well. Right. Now, would you like to look at the best to last happies?
Yes. We'll just quickly answer Liam's. Yes, Son for me. I'm judging him a lot. I think I might get rid of him and McGinn and bring 2 more midfielders. What are the 2 other midfielders you are thinking, Liam Stat? I don't think I want any Liverpool defenders with recent. Yeah, but see, this is the trap. This is what we fall in. I mean, Liverpool, yeah, but you ain't talking about any midfield Liverpool. You're talking about Robertson and Alexander-Arnold, and these guys are set piece takers. They're unbelievably attacking. There's so many times you had Robertson in the opposing box. They will get you goals and assists eventually, and clean sheets. I know people are a bit nervous on him, but Robertson and Alexander-Arnold, I am not getting rid of them. I have complete confidence they'll come through for me. I guarantee you, my points are going to kick off at some point. I guarantee you. It looks pretty crap this week, but a lot of people have got very similar teams. There's no way that'll happen all the time. They're too good of players not to. So, what the other 2 midfielders you're thinking of bringing in for Son and McGinn? Because you'd have a lot of money to play with.
I have no idea, to be honest.
Oh, he's got no idea, has he? Okay. There's a few options out there. You got options because you got money. So let's have a look at Happy's then. The best to last. Let's see what Happy got. I think she did all right points wise.
45.
Oh, she got 45. Okay then. So what did we? I can't. Do you want to read her team out, mate, and the points for us?
She's got Allison in net.
Yeah, Allison. Oh well,
he got 1 point.
Yeah, but I would keep Allison. Definitely keep Allison because it's Bournemouth at home. I'm surely they're going to get a clean sheet against Bournemouth at home. What else has she got?
Alexander-Arnold, Gabriel, Robertson, and Cancelo.
Yeah, even though you haven't got much points from them,
keep them.
Keep all of them. Robertson, Alexander-Arnold, like I said before, they're going to come good. You've got Bournemouth and Newcastle at home, great fixtures. Gabriel, great fixtures, will start, set pieces. Cancelo again, don't need to say much about that, so definitely keep all 4 of them. In fact, your back line, you will usually do really well for you. I wouldn't change any of that. If you're happy to have a lot of money in your goalkeeper, I personally don't usually go for 5.5 keepers, but if you want a premium keeper, that is a good back 5.
I think this is where she's gone wrong. She's gone in. She's done a 4-3-3 formation. A 3 midfield are Bowen, Xhaka, and De Bruyne.
Well, ironically, last week I was trying to talk her out of Xhaka, and he actually got 6 points. I see him as a defensive midfielder, but he seems to be pushed up a bit more. Do I personally think he'll continue? No. So Xhaka, I think straight away, okay, it's up to you. Could get rotated once European football starts. Bowen, like the gentleman before, that's if you're doing it just for the West Ham thing, you got to think, is he going to get your points? He's not started well. So he might kick off. Bowen could start. De Bruyne, definitely keep. Oh, wow.
And then a front 3 are Tony, Jesus, and Mitrovic.
Okay, so she's got no Haaland or Kane. So Tony, yes. Tony's someone I'm looking at because he keeps getting points. So I've got to look at him. He's got good fixtures. Jesus, yeah. Mitrovic. Will he continue? I mean, I personally, I'm not looking at Mitrovic. I'm not convinced Fulham will carry on in this kind of form. He is on penalties and he is a target man. So I can understand.
We did exactly the same about Rodrigo and look how he's doing.
What's that, sorry?
We'd say exactly the same thing about Rodrigo at Leeds.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why people have him, but I wouldn't personally. But if you're happy with him, who's on a bench?
Right, on a bench, Happy's got Gazzaniga, goalkeeper.
Okay.
Tillemans, Kilman, and McGinn.
Oh, she's still got McGinn. Right. Happy. You got Tillmans. He's 6.4 million. 6.4. Get rid. If you're not going to play him, put him to get him to Pereira for Fulham. You bank 2 million almost, and then you got McGinn, another one. Bank, get rid. You got 3 million you could play with there. You could put that somewhere else. You just imagine having £3 million more to put into that team. Oh. Well, we've got some big breaking news here, Stu. Liam Start has just swapped Son and McGinn for Luis Diaz and Kuleski. Was that money wise, Liam? Did that come in? Is that what you took? How much money you got left from that? Both, I think they're both good signings. McGinn, I'd get rid of him. Perfect. Luis Diaz, very attacking, good fixtures. That makes sense. And Kuleski for Swan saves you a bit of money, and he can get you attacking returns. I mean, the Sons can really kick off, but yeah, I think they're good moves. Get rid of McGinn. You can't go wrong with that. So,
Happy Emirates answered your question. Why should you keep me going?
It's up to you. Hey, look, you got more points than me this week, so who am I to critique? But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if you're not going to play him, okay. My big question is: who do you think is going for either Alisson or Edison? Is a lot of money for a goalkeeper put into either striker or midfielder. My big question is do you think going for either Edison is a lot of money? I personally have never gone big on goalkeepers because I think you can still pick up very good 4.5 million, £5 million goalkeepers who could get you almost the same amount of points. Goalkeepers, I mean, I've gone really cheap and I'm paying for it right now because Ward is Leicester just aren't doing it for me. So goalkeepers think I might have to look at. I personally wouldn't be buying them personally, but they are secure usually for points. But I still always prefer 4.5 and 5 and put my money somewhere else, personally. So
Swap Tillermans for Bowen because I thought he'd be on fire.
yeah,
well, Danny Dyer's due back soon. He's for thank God for Bowen's anyway. But Danny Dyer's due back soon.
Danny Dyer?
That's who Bowen's going out with. Haven't you heard that song?
No.
Bowen's on fire. Andy Danny Dyer, Bowen's on fire.
I've never heard of that. That's great.
Yeah.
No.
Actually, do you know something about Bowen? I will say this. I'm really disappointed with him if he's trying to get in that England World Cup side.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing, I mean, Bowen is, don't get me wrong, Bowen's a really good player and he can really kick off at any point. The problem, the reason I never looked at Bowen this season is he's £8.5 million. And look at West Ham's start. It's a lot of money for a West Ham player. And especially when you look at West Ham, how they started, I wouldn't, I think West Ham players will come good. There's definitely going to be a time when I look at them. But right now, I mean, no, not for me. No way.
I think there's problems at West Ham, mate. I do. And I don't just mean on the pitch. I mean off the pitch as well in training and stuff. I think there's problems at West Ham. I really do because they are performing nowhere near as well as what I thought they were gonna. I still have £3 million in the bank as well.
That's a lot. I mean, did you have 2 transfers, Liam, or have you gone into a minus to do those 2 transfers? I'm intrigued. I'm hoping you haven't took a minus for them. To have 2.3 million in the bank is a very nice position. You got money where you can just push it around, strengthen. Well, for me, Mejle last season had the most saves of opponents, so that's my mind made. I think Mejle could be a good choice. You know, if I was to go up to a goalkeeper, I would only go up to probably a 4.5. You could still get very good keepers for 4.5 million. McGinn for Norgard. How much money have you got happy to spend? I would be changing Tillmans personally. Let's have a look. So let's look at Tillmans. So Tillmans is 6.4. How much money have you got in the bank, Happy? Price 6.5. Let's have a look at the prices. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. 6.5 I'll wait until she tells me how much you got. Luis Diaz is only 8 million. He's good to perform like mad. We'll start every game. Yeah, Luis Diaz is a good player. 8 million is a good price. A lot of people have got Diaz instead of Salah. I'm a sucker for Salah. So if we bring in Paqueta, we'll be fine. What, in the real world or fantasy football world? I'd have 5.6 to spend if I sold McGinn. So is it McGinn? You're not bothered about. You want to keep Tielemans. I had 2 transfers. Okay, that's fine. So you're not taking a minus. 0.2 in the bank. So you got 5.6 million to spend because McGinn is 5.4 now. Okay, let's have a look at this for Happy. So you're saying have you got 5.6 to use all together then? Is that what you're telling me? I would suggest Gross from Brighton. He's in cracking form, and Brighton has always created midfield. He is a bit of a hot player right now. Yeah. Actually, she couldn't get him because he's 5.7. It depends how much Happy's got to play with. Yeah, you got 5. I thought well, okay, so you can't get Gross. So let's have a look at some options for Happy. So you got Norgard. Again, Norgard doesn't usually get goals. I couldn't believe it when he got a goal and Stu had him. I was like, really? You got Gray from Everton. Got a goal last week and he's an attacking player on set pieces. So Gray's a good option. I still like Neto for 5.3 and I'm going to bring him back into my team.
Down about shouting Neto.
I think he's going to drop down in price. And I think people are getting rid of him too quick, but he's a good player. He's going to go down. So you got Gray or Neto. Who else is that? What little bargains we got?
What about Slabhead? Happy.
Slabhead? Who's Slabhead? Oh, what? Harry Maguire. He's defender, isn't he? I mean, you have got De Silva from Brentford, but he doesn't play the full games. Brentford's fixtures are good, but I'm not convinced he's going to carry on doing what he's doing goal-wise. So I think your best 2 options are Damani Gray from Everton, who I was going to pick and didn't, or Neto, who I am going to transfer in. So I think for McGinn, I would bring in one of those players because their fixtures aren't too bad and they're a lot more attacking. Could get St. Max for. So you're thinking this. So what you're thinking of getting rid of Tillman? How many transfers have you got, Happy? Because have you only got 1 transfer to use? What's TMI mean? What does TMI mean? Do you know what that means?
Too much information.
Oh, what for who? For Happy?
Yeah, for that there.
Oh, you got 1 transfer. Let's have a look at Tillman's. You got a lot more options. What am I giving too much information? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you mean?
What TMI?
Yeah. Am I giving too much?
No, TMI's to Smugs.
Oh,
Smugs is bullshit.
Oh, I thought you said I was giving Happy too much information.
No. It's when she says no chance, budget. I'd rather stay from my lips to a carpet.
So, if Happy gets rid of Tillman, she's got 6.6 to use. So you could get Trossard from Brighton, who's doing pretty well right now. You could get Odegaard from Arsenal. Martinelli from Arsenal is a very good signing for the same price. That's a good one. St. Maximin, I think he's a good player, very attacking. You got Rodrigo from Leeds, he is doing really well. I don't think he'll continue personally. You got Rodrigo So if you get rid of Tielemans, you've got a lot of options. Harrison from Leeds doing really well. So yeah, your options go up if you want to get rid of Tielemans. Personally, I'll still get rid of McGinn. I would, out of the two of them, I'll get rid of McGinn first.
And then think about Tielemans next time.
Yeah, because Tielemans is still a good player. He's on penalties. I would look at getting rid of McGinn first, then sorting Tielemans out. Tielemans, I can't say his name. Next week.
Tielemans,
that's it.
So if you've only got one transfer, you make two transfers, you minus 2 points.
4 points, minus 4 points.
Right.
Magpies are playing at Wolves, so that puts me off. Yeah, but St. Maximin's a good player. He can cause. I mean, look at what he did against Man City. He caused them chaos. But Happy, if I was going to give you some advice, I would get rid of McGinn before I get rid of Tielemans. That would be my advice to you. I think you could pick up a nice little player and then look at Tielemans next week. And you got to remember, there's a short turnover for transfers because there's a game on Tuesday next week. There's midweek games. You can get you'll be able to do your transfer quite quickly. So after the Sunday fixtures, Sunday night, Monday, I'll then look at Tielemans. So now, who have Leicester got next game? Leicester have got. They got Man United at home. Oh, there's another player as well for Tielemans. Rashford. I'm having a look at Rashford. Rashford plays up front and he's a midfielder and he's only 6.3 million. So.
Yeah, mate, I think so.
Tielemans is worth 1 million more though to sell. Still go for the cheaper one, you reckon, Russ? What do you mean? Yeah, because I think McGinn's a problem. I think Tielemans has a lot more upside than McGinn. McGinn does get the odd goal, but he's a defensive midfielder. He's a workhorse. He's not creative. He doesn't really get assists. He gets the odd goal. I think Tielemans, you got more chance to maybe get something out of him if you decide to play him. But I would definitely be looking at Neto or Gray for your McGinn option. I don't think McGinn's a good option. Is there anyone else want to ask anything in the comments?
I think we're going to use your channel.
I think I'm pretty happy. Look, I'm pretty happy. Yeah, no, but he's your bench player. But if you want a bench player, you don't want a bench player who's worth 5.4 million. Your bench players want to be worth between 4 and 4.5, because that money you can save, you can put into your team. That £1 million you can get from McGinn or 0.9 million, 900,000. That's a lot of money in fantasy football. You're working with the best players work with like £100,000. You don't want to be having, because he's not like he's a lot of money to be sat on the bench.
Yeah. So where you're coming from, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want a 5.4 million midfielder on the bench. You want, if you want to save the money, if you want money, drop McGinn for Pereira from Fulham, and you can bank 900,000 K to then spend elsewhere next week. I don't know. There's a lot of teams I saw, and if you look at my team, my bench is really low value, and all my money is in my first 11. And I think I like that, because my players off the bench will still play, but I've got a lot of good players in my first 11. They're not getting the points right now, but I guarantee you they're too good not to start getting the points. You're not going to see Cancelo get another 0. You're not going to see Roberts and Alexander-Arnold keep getting the points they get. They are going to kick off soon. I guarantee you my defence will start coming through for me. They're too good not to. Way too good. Because teams in January are going to buy new players as well. Yeah. Fulham playing Arsenal. Yeah, but remember, we're talking about a bench option, Happy. You said McGinn is your bench option. So what I'm trying to say to you is, if you're happy with your team, you can still make a transfer and save yourself about £1 million. So you don't need to play Pereira. You don't need to play him. Unless you were thinking of playing McGinn. Because teams, I think the World Cup can screw up. You got to keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
And remember, everyone, you can make a wild card before the World Cup, and then you can make unlimited transfers during the World Cup. So I would say to everyone, make sure you use your wild card between games week 7 and 9. There's a fixture swing, and I will be using my wild card. You as well, Stu. Make sure you use your wild card because you can freshen up your team. Look at the fixtures, see who has good fixtures. I think Trent Alexander-Arnold has been found. No. But going to keep. You don't get rid of Alexander-Arnold when it's Bournemouth at home. Crazy. He hasn't been found out. Alexander-Arnold is the best fullback in fantasy football.
He just can't defend, can he?
Yeah, but you got to remember, of Alexander-Arnold, usually the amount of assists and goals he gets outweighs all that. If he gets clean sheet, that's a bonus. Alexander-Arnold is a fantasy football machine. Right now, no, but I guarantee you, you're critical of the choice of Bowen, but who is as explosive and consistent as him. Let's have a look. I like it. I like being challenged. I like that. This is good. I like that.
I think if anyone's been found out with Liverpool, I think it's Robertson. I think he's not been found out, but really needs a rest.
He'll come through. Well, okay then. Look at this. So he's just said you're critical of the choice of Bone, but who's explosive and consistent as him? You got Kuleski from Spurs. You got Maddison from Leicester. You got Luis Diaz. You could sign Foden, Saka, Mason Mount.
All for the same money.
Less money. You could have Zaha, Barnes, Odegaard. So there's a lot. I mean, don't get me wrong. Bowen's very explosive, but there's no. I mean, I had him. I think last year he was worth $6.5 million. They've added 2 million on him. I wouldn't sign him for 2 million. No way. He's going down in price as well. He's now down to 8.3.
I ain't got Bowen, have I?
I don't know. I've got Saka right now, and I would. I mean, he's gone down in price, but I'm not getting rid of Saka. I think he's going to come good.
No, but I have got Rice on bench.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have Rice, mate. I think you could get rid of him.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I'd save that money. I think you could bring in a Pereira. Have you got Pereira from Fulham? He's only 4.5 million. Yeah, I'd get rid of Rice at some point. Bring in Pereira. You've got 0.5 million to play with, and Pereira's getting more points.
Yeah, because Rice hasn't. I don't know where it is with West Ham, but even Rice hasn't been at it.
No, yeah, but even if when West Ham were doing well, Rice wouldn't get you a lot of fantasy football points.
No,
In the real life, he's great, but in fantasy, he's never worth owning. Personally, what's it for me when it comes to FPL? Even though they don't play as defensive, it's all about assisting. Yeah, exactly. Robertson and if you get a clean sheet from him, it's a bonus. But Cancelo, Robertson, James, all my defenders are attacking defenders. They will get assists and goals, and by the end of the year, I guarantee you, my defense will have a lot of points. I'm not changing my defense for now. It's just
my defense is Varane, James, Gabriel, and Cancelo.
Yeah, I mean, you what's interesting with you, Stu, is you do pick a lot more central defenders. I shy away from them because I like fullbacks and wingbacks.
The reason why I pick central defenders is because they're more likely to go up and get a set piece.
They could do, yeah. You do get and that is the plus side of them, is you generally get more from corners and free kicks. They do have more chance of getting a goal than my defenders. So
and James is attacking winger. To say he's a defender, he's an attacking defender, isn't he?
Yeah.
Cancelo, I was disappointed for Cancelo, but that's how it goes, isn't it?
I wouldn't get rid of him, Stu.
He's staying where he is, mate. I love him, mate.
So what else have we got here? Unfortunately, I like defenders deserve to somehow find more points. Defenders to make it less more attack. Unfortunately, I feel like defenders deserve to somehow find more points for defenders to make it less more attacking players. What do you mean by that? What's that mean?
What he's saying is basically he thinks that defenders should win more points than what they actually do win.
Oh, right. Okay, then.
If they have a good game.
Yeah. They can get bonus points. We've been shite so far, Stu. Haven't even scored yet in the Prem. 12th in the table. On 40. Yeah, I mean, we know that's the fantasy talk. If anyone wants to ask fantasy questions, or send any teams or got any, if they want any advice or they want to give me advice, because I'm not really started that well. Even though I'm having a weird fantasy football. I'm really happy with my team, but I'm not getting the points. Sometimes in the past, I've looked at my team and gone, "Oh, this team's awful. I need to change it." But I just don't feel it right now. I'm happy with my team. I feel very confident I'll get points out of my team.
So these people who you have money on with, the people
Yeah.
who you have, how are they doing in their league? How are they doing?
Well, a lot of them are like me because we've gone quite template. This has been a weird season because usually the players that do really well aren't doing well, and the players that are doing really well aren't usually the players you own. So a lot of people I'm in leagues with are struggling because we've got quite similar teams. So it's weird. It's been a really
So you're
weird.
not worried about losing your money yet, then?
No. It's only in the week. No. One thing I'm really good at when it comes to fantasy, I'm very good at keeping my cool. There was a player that was above me by 100 points, and I kept saying to him, "I'll get you." I love it when people go ahead of me because I love trying to chase them down. So I'll chase you down. I chased him down. I went ahead of him. So even if someone gets 100 points ahead of me, I always think I can get them. Some very strange results. Yeah, I mean, look at this. This is why my team's probably not doing well right now. Look at the table. Look at the table. The table is the most strangest table I've seen. I mean, Liverpool. Where are Liverpool? 16th.
I'll tell you now.
16th.
The table you'd expect it to be wrong way around.
Yeah, exactly. There's no way I thought West Ham would be bottom. It's a really weird looking table right now.
And Liverpool, you won't put Liverpool 16th and Man United 14th.
No, but you know that those teams will start doing well. They will start doing well. But yeah, I mean, you've had a good start, Stu. You've had a good start. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, mate. I looked at your team and I thought, yeah, I'm going to be ahead of Stu. But I'm proving me wrong. I'll tell you who you've got, who I'm a bit jealous of, is Tony. Even though I don't rate him personally, he's getting points. He's someone, there's a little bit going, shall I change my formation? I usually play 3-4-3. That's usually always my fantasy formation, 3-4-3. But I've gone to 4-4-2 this year just because there's such good value in defence for money. So, yeah, I am Leeds. Yeah. Well, who do you think? What do you mean? Yeah, I am Leeds. Thought you were Leeds too, Russ. Yeah, I am. I've got a soft spot for Lincoln, obviously. Has anyone else got any questions for fantasy football? Green Street Elites. I like him. I like Green Street Elite. He got quite kind of. He didn't like my critique of his team. I like that. He was like, "No, I think you're wrong. I'm happy with my team." So I'll be very intrigued to see if he changes it or if he says, "No, I'm going to be happy." I'll be intrigued to see how he gets on with his points. No, Leeds definitely. Why do you look confused? Did I say something that made out I support someone else? Did I say something? Did I say someone else?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah, Leeds are third. Take my advice. In I think by game 15, I bet the table will look a bit more how you think it should look. I bet Liverpool will be back up there. West Ham will moved on. I think Wolves will start picking up results. Man United will be up there. I think you'll find in about 15 to 20 game weeks. And if that happens, my team will start doing better. I think you'll find that a lot of it'll start looking how you normally think it'll look. And that's why I'm very happy with Leeds, because we've got the points in early. So because Fulham and Forest weren't meant to start. They weren't meant to start picking up points early. They'd have annoyed me. I'm not going to waver my team. We'll be up there. Oh, that's confident talk from Green Street Elites. Very confident. Do you think, Green Street, looking at my team and looking at your team, do you think you'll have more points than me come the end of the by game week 38? Could you bring up his team again, Stu? Can I have a look at Green Street Elite's team?
Yeah,
I want to have another look at his team.
Can I share screen now, Russell? Let's get there we go. So share screen.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Come on, share screen. It's that one. There we go. Right. I'll just take. Yeah, there we go.
Where is that? So you've got. There's Zinchenko.
In a bit for you.
Yeah, you can make it just a little bit bigger.
It's clear on my side, and I don't know why it's doing that.
No, you just have to make it a bit bigger, mate. There's Zinchenko, Van Dijk. No, I'm going to put it out. I'm pretty confident. I mean, obviously, you do wild cards. I'm pretty confident I'll have more points by the end of it, looking at that team compared to mine.
I do like the idea he's got Bowen and Foden there, the one De Bruyne.
Yeah, he's got. Are you going to keep St. Maximin as captain? That'll be a brave choice. Who are you going to have as captain, Green Street? Who's going to be your captain this week? What are you thinking for captain? Are you going to have St. Maximin? I quite like the fact he's going different. He does have it. I mean, my team's quite template, but he does have he's got a bit more of an interesting team. I can't get my head around Scamacca. I can't stop shaking that. But I guess if you're a West Ham fan, I guess you do want your odd home player in it, don't you?
Yeah, well, I think the thing with Scamacca is he needs support up.
Yeah. Do you think he'll get the minutes though in the Premiership?
I don't know. Depends with Moist on it, because Moist, like, you see, this is the argument. I think this is why some fans are Moist out, because it doesn't matter who he brings in. He won't start him straight away. He likes to give him a month or two.
Yeah, that's why I'd be unsure of someone like him. It's just the minutes. I mean, will he get that many minutes? Fulham lost to Crawley. Did they lose to Crawley tonight? Did Fulham lose to Crawley?
Yeah.
That's brilliant. I didn't realise that.
And then Green Street Elite says it'll be tight. I think it'll be tight, Russ. I wouldn't want to call it.
Well, I'm going to put my head out there. I'm going to call it. I think I'll be ahead of you. I'm going to call it. I think my team will be a bit stronger. Wayne Silver's Scamacca, he's working his way into the first team. You know, while he's working his way in, I could be getting my Haaland points. Saying that, you've got De Bruyne. Yeah. I think yours is quite a balanced team.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you see, I like Van Dijk, but the problem is he don't win you enough points for how much it costs to buy you.
The thing with Van Dijk is he's consistent. He will consistently be in that team, and he is good from set pieces. Like you said, you can get goals from him. He is 6.5, so he's a bit cheaper than Alexander-Arnold and Robertson. But if I was going to have a midfield essential defender, I would take Matip when he's not injured, because Matip's cheaper. Smacker won't play full games until we have an attacking mid in our AMs. Yeah, I mean I think Antonio start. Want a 5 on it, Russ? Well, the problem. Oh wait, there he's already played his triple. Are you played your triple captain already? Well, it depends how many points you're ahead of me. And I don't think it's very fair for me to do it right now because the game's already started. So I don't know if I could commit to a £5 bet right now. You know, we're already 3 weeks into it right now. Haaland only has 1 less point than Tony. Yeah, that's what. Yeah. Tony has surprised me. Not surprised me. He's hurt me because he's in a lot of other people's team, and he's picking up points. But will it last? That's the thing with Brentford. Will it last? That's what you got to ask yourself. What a 5 on it, Russ. I don't know. I feel bad taking a 5 off you. I don't even know him.
The boy's confident. I'll give him that.
Yes, I did, and dropped loads of points. Oh, you used triple captain. Well, now I know that he's used his triple captain. I might take that bet. I've still got all my chips to play, and I know when I hit my triple captain, I'll hit it hard, and I'll hit it on a double game week. Yeah, well, you shouldn't have said that now because I might. Do I want to take £5 off him? That's the question. I've only just met him. Would I feel bad? I don't know if I would actually. That's like happy. Stop when the fun stops. Yeah, it can be very addictive. Fantasy football can be very, very addictive. This has been a good one. I've liked.
You've got more front than Blackpool.
Oh, they love it. They always come back. They always like to have someone who's a bit confident because they love to see. They love to see me. This is why I know I was going to get loads of stick tonight because I've had a bad week. So they love it. They love it. Stop it when the fun starts. Yeah, I mean, the thing with FPL though, it can be very addictive. I mean, what I've enjoyed about the stream, Stu, is we've started to get a few more people sending in the teams, like Happy from last week, and then Green Street's done it, and then we had who else sent in the team? Liam, was it?
Liam, yeah.
Yeah, so it's good. We've got a few people who are, you know, each week. I think they'll be intrigued to see what we've scored, and then we can see what they've done as well. So I'm just hoping that I can have a few good weeks to save some face. So
good.
Have you been watching the? I know you say no a lot of the times, but have you been watching the games? And then have you noticed any? Have you been watching games and noticed your players in the fantasy scoring? Or
I watched the Man United and Liverpool game, and I did think about, you know, Man United winning. That's going to cost me points in my bloody fantasy league.
Yeah, who you got from Liverpool? Oh, was it Alisson? Did you have Alisson?
I had Alisson, didn't I?
Yeah. Okay then.
And I also had, who else did I have? Should come naturally to me now, this shouldn't it, really?
Yeah, it just surprised me because sometimes you forget who you have in your team. I know my players off by heart. I enjoy seeing other teams and ideas. Yeah, exactly. This is what it's about. I mean, I'm only giving you my view on what I see for your team. But if you're happy with your team, keep your team. I think the advice I give is trying to improve your team. But that's purely up to you. If you're happy with your players. But it is interesting because everyone does have a reason why they do these transfers or those transfers, or why they think this player will do well. Just banter us. I'm kind of drunk. I'm not bothered. It's funny. I like it. It's weird. Usually, and I said to the Stu, the only time I've stressed on deadline day for my transfers was setting up my team for the first week. Last 2 weeks after, even though my points haven't reflected it, I've looked at my team and gone, I don't want to do anything. So I'm happy with my team. It's weird. Usually, if you're not doing that well, you want to change everything. But I'm not getting that sense. My senses are saying to me, stick with what you've got because it's going to come through quick. I think at some point it's going to come through in a big way.
I am weak.
I just watching you bit of YouTube by playing this team. League.
It takes ages, Stu. Yeah, there's a lot to look at as well, isn't there? You know, like when I've got a spare 5 minutes here or 10 minutes there, I'll just have a quick look through it all and I'll look at the players and what they're going for and stuff like that. I've started to do stuff like that now.
Yeah, well, looking at it like tonight, Stu, I didn't really have to tell you where to move on the screen. You just knew where to go now. And you're starting to look at the fixtures. I think the next thing we might have to kind of start teaching you is the prices, how they move up and down. Because that can affect you. Yeah, because that can affect you. I mean, I don't want to hit you too hard with that because it can be quite confusing, but I'll definitely guide you through it at some point. But you got to keep an eye on the price rises because sometimes, because they can change every day, you might have in your head, I'm going to sign this player on Friday. And by the time you get to sign that player, you can't afford him anymore. So you got to figure out when to do it.
I did happy.
Would you take a hit? So, would you take a hit on points to get Haaland in and sell free? Let's have a look at Happy's team again. I'm still here. I'm still here, but doing stuff around the house. Or he likes listening. I like doing it. I listen to people all the time when I'm doing stuff. You and I are kindred spirits with great minds. Well, it's a bit worrying because I'm a bit thick. So I hope you're not saying your mind's like mine because you might not be as clever. You might be a bit thick like me. But I'm sure you know. I'm sure you're not.
This is Happy's. Okay, Alisson, Alexander Arnold, Gabriel, Robertson, Cancelo, Bowen, Xhaka, De Bruyne, Mitrovic, Jesus, and Tony.
Okay, so you said you're thinking of a -4. So how many transfers have you got? Have you got two happy? Do you have 2 transfers still to use? So if you're thinking, we'll take a hit on the points to get Haaland in and sell free. So hopefully it's not a -8. You don't want to be taking a -8. -4, but not a -8.
I'm still here, but doing stuff around the house, and yep, I'm up to date with chat.
Tony, let's look at Mitrovic's. Who have Fulham got?
Yeah, played week commencing November.
So you've only got 1 transfer, so you're thinking of taking a -8. I wouldn't do that. Looking at your team, I wouldn't be taking that much of a drastic step to. I wouldn't be taking a -8.
To be fair, a team ain't bad.
Yeah,
you know, the starting 11 isn't that bad.
And this is the thing with Haaland, right? This is the big thing with Haaland. You've got to think. Pep Guardiola's come out and said he isn't going to play Haaland once the games go to 3 a week. So you've got to start thinking of Champions League starting, and also next week Man City will play 3 times in a week. And there's a good chance that Haaland is going to be dropped now for one of those games. So to bring him in now, after his prices rise by £200,000, I don't know. I think that's a risk because I got a funny feeling you'd bring him in and then he would not play and you'd be really pissed off. If I was you, I would just look at moving on McGinn if you're going to do a transfer. I would look to move on McGinn, bank a bit of money, and look at your next transfer next week. Unless you're happy with your team and you want to roll over your transfer and have 2 transfers next week. I'm still here listening, trying to. Yeah, it's warm, isn't it? Do you know what? I've not done a stream yet, Stu, since I've started coming on these streams where it's been cold at night. I can't wait for having a cold night stream. It's always warm. In my house, it's always sticky and warm. It's awful.
Yeah, it's here as well.
So, Yeah, I would. It's up to you, Happy. Happy, this is how I see. I'll summarise it very quickly for you. Keep it simple. You either roll your 2 transfers and stick with your team, or you get rid of McGinn, bank yourself a bit of money for next transfer, and do one more transfer for next week. That's your 2 options. I wouldn't start looking at Haaland because I think your front line, Mitrovic will play, Jesus will play, Tony will play. They could all get you points. I think Haaland's too risky, and you might not be able to afford him right now as well. I think it's not worth ripping up your team for it right now.
See, that's what I've been thinking about Haaland, and what I'm going to do is the week.
Have you got Haaland?
Yes.
Okay.
The week Champions League starts, I'm going to transfer Haaland.
I would say this to you, Stu. Maybe look at Haaland for next week against Forest. If he plays against Palace, I think there could be a good chance he might not play against Forest. But he will play the game the week after. I think that this could be the time Haaland might get dropped, and you've got to be very careful. I am thinking of getting rid of Haaland to Kane, but the problem is Man City play Forest in the week, and that could be a really good fixture for Haaland. But the big question is, will he play? It's horrible. You've got this big carrot of Nottingham Forest at home waving in front of you, but if he doesn't play, it's a waste.
You see, I'm on the side of he won't play because Pep will think that they've got enough to beat Forest without him.
Yes. So you got to be careful. But the problem bringing his Kane in is Kane, in theory, I know the West Ham fans aren't going to like this, has a harder game, even though right now is West Ham a hard game with how it's going?
At the moment, no.
No,
but that could change after this week, because if and I mean, I haven't listened to Moyes' press conference yet, but if he's going to bring in Scamacca, Cornet to start, and drop the likes of Souček, I think you've got to keep Bowen inside. You've got to keep Rice inside. But if you bring in someone to partner with Rice, I think they might start picking up, because they've got to get something against Villa. Because after that, they have got some difficult games coming.
Do West Ham play tomorrow night in the European game?
Yeah, they play Vile.
So what I would do then is, if I had any West Ham assets, is I would keep an eye on the fixtures, especially you, Green Street. If Scamacca plays tomorrow night, he is not going to play at the weekend, and straight away that would be red flags. I've got to get rid of Scamacca, because I think they could go with maybe not a weakened team. They could maybe not play all their big guns, and they'll play the big guns at the weekend. So in the sense of fantasy football, if Cornet starts instead of Bowen, Scamacca instead of Antonio, you know that those players are going to be playing at the weekend.
I think that's what West Ham fans worry. You know, why can't? I mean, you see, I thought when they brought in Scamacca, because he needs players in around him. Just like, I'm not saying he's a Haller player, but his style of play is similar to Haller's, where he needs support around him. And if if Moyes keeps going with this one up top rubbish, his game's gonna suffer.
Let's have a look at West Ham. Do you know when I would look at West Ham? Is when I do my wild card in about game week 8. If you look at West Ham's fixtures from about game week 8 up to 11, their fixtures are quite nice. You've got, well, actually, game week 7, you've got Newcastle home, Everton away, Wolves home, Fulham home, Southampton away. I think that would be a good time to get West Ham players in. If I was going to start signing West Ham players, I'm going to start signing them in game week 7 or 8 on my wild card. They have got Liverpool away in game week 12, but then you've got Bournemouth at home. So, personally, I think that would be the time to have West Ham players.
This is another good option, though, if you're not willing to get rid of Skamaka.
I won't bring in Haaland until he gets rid of the ponytail. I won't replace Skamaka. Fair enough. It's up to you. There's a lot of money on that bench. It makes me go crazy when I see so much money sat on the bench. It just so much money there. You could do so much with that money. Just sat on the bench, wasting away. Wasting away.
I'd try to get rid of them. I'll probably get rid of Gertrude then. Get rid of Gertrude. And probably get rid of
I thought that was a good one, Stu. I've enjoyed this one. A lot more interaction. We've seen the league team. We've seen a lot of the regulars team. There's been a few people watching. I think there's been a few people quiet. I can see the numbers. They're flashing between 7 and 10. If any of you are watching and you'd like to ask us anything, we don't bite. We've got a good little community here. More than welcome to ask us anything about fantasy football. But I think that's good. I really enjoy these fantasy streams. These I'm really enjoying it. It's been a really
this is your passion, isn't it, Russell?
Oh yeah, I love talking about football in general, but I love talking about fantasy football. I could talk about it all day. So it's going to be harder though for me to keep coming on and telling people what I think they should do if my team doesn't start getting me points. I'm going to lose a lot of credibility, aren't I?
I'll probably get rid of it.
Have faith for us. That's up to you, mate. It's good. I mean, if you're happy with your team, Green Street, and if you want to put 7, if you want to put, how much is Skamaka? How much is he?
I don't know. I don't think it's a lot, is it?
It's 7 million, isn't he? I think 7 million.
Is it?
6.9. If you want,
that's a lot of money for a player a week playing.
Well, it's a lot of money in fantasy football, but if you're happy to keep him on the bench, that's up to you. If you're happy with that, that's your call. It's been good. Yeah, you're happy. You're happy. You'll always be remembered because you were one of the first ones who were in the comments who were into fantasy football. I think the first stream we did, a lot of people were coming in just to say hi and be polite, but didn't really like fantasy football. It's nice to get now a few people who are in here who actually play it. So that's good. Like I said, that's what I'm going to do in my team, Stu. I'm thinking Neto. I don't think I'm going to do any last minute movements. The only option I've got is Gray or Neto. So I think Gordon might even be gone by the end of the week. He could be at Chelsea. And I wouldn't want to keep Gordon at Chelsea because I don't think he'll play a lot at Chelsea.
But what is fantasy football money go up?
No, he'll still be 5.5 million. Just because he's set at that price now. But I just can't. I thought about Gordon when he goes to Chelsea. I just don't think he'll get the game time. I think it's worse for me to keep hold of Gordon if he goes to Chelsea because he won't play a lot. So,
no, he won't. He won't. No, he might get 10 games.
So my options are Gray or Neto. I still think Neto. A lot of people are getting Neto, get rid of Neto. I think he's a good option still. I think he'll be good.
No, I'd bring in Neto over Gray and Neto. I'd bring in Neto personally. I think he's a better player. I think he's more attacking. I know Gray's attacking, but he's in a poor Everton side where he's not going to get the assists like Neto can.
He did look quite good though, and you got to remember Gray is on set pieces, so it does give him potential from free kicks and corners. Yeah, I've enjoyed this, guys. Thanks for the advice for us. No, hey, look, I'm just saying what I see. It's completely up to you. If you want to put Skamaka on the bench, you put Skamaka on the bench. If you're happy with that, let's see who can beat Russ this week. Well, I'm going to put myself out there.
All of us.
Surely I can. Looking at my team, I mean, I'll tell you my team now. Let's have a look at my team for next week. So the one player, Ward straight away, he's a weakness. Chelsea away, I don't expect much from that. Alexander-Arnold, Bournemouth at home. Surely I'm going to get something from that. James, Leicester at home. Surely I can get something from that. Robertson, Bournemouth at home. Surely. Cancelo, Crystal Palace at home. Surely. Salah, home. Yes. Saka, Fulham. Yes. Aronson, Brighton. I think Aronson can get me something. Jesus, yes. Haaland, yes. The only problem I've got is Gordon. And I think that's going to be great on Neto. So, I mean, I think Wolves against Newcastle could score goals. So, what's annoying me is I look at my team and it looks good. I mean, that's not a bad little team. It's so frustrating to look at. It's really frustrating to look. It's really frustrating to look at my points than look at my team because my team looks good.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's really frustrating. Really frustrating. But I think that's it. What do you think, Stu? Anyone else?
Yeah, mate, yeah, it's been a good show. I've enjoyed it. I'm learning more and more each week.
Yeah.
Great to see people in chat who were actually interested in fantasy football.
Yeah.
It's nice. Thank you everyone for watching us. As always, we really do appreciate you.
Yeah. You got 9 people watching right now, so you got pretty good viewers. And
if it were just me, you, and me dog, I'd be happy, Russell.
Yeah.
You know, I never expect help from people ever.
No.
You know what I mean? I don't expect help. I've never been that sort of a person where I expect stuff.
But I will say,
I don't ask for stuff. I don't expect stuff in life.
But I will say, good luck to everyone in their transfers and their decisions. It's good to have rivalries, and it's good for everyone to, this is what we like. We like the banter. We like calling each other out. Because I guarantee you, if I do well this week and you guys don't, you know that next week I'm going to be all over you, like everyone's all over me. So hopefully I can reverse this. But you make your decisions, and I hope they're the right ones. I hope you have a good game week, but I hope I do better.
I just want to finish by saying that we did a weekly prediction show on Hammers Fans United again. Me, Russell, Cieran, and Titch. I think it's going to be out either Friday or early Saturday morning. So keep an eye out for that because that is fun. That is a good show because there's a big rivalry between Russell and Brother Titch.
Well, before we go,
points.
Yeah, okay. Before we go, I know Titch is in the comment. He's currently doing his cleaning, probably in the nude around the house. He's like one of those naked cleaners you can hire.
Yeah, I spoke to him today without his top on.
Yeah. Titch, before you go, do you want to just tell everyone who's winning in the predictions thing in the comments? I think that'd be a nice way to leave it, maybe.
You can now. Can you see where everybody when I says Brother Titch and Russell's got a healthy rivalry, shall we say? No, I don't.
Let me wait there, Stu. Let me just put in the comments. I will just write something. If you could just highlight this before we go.
Yeah, of course I will, mate. Of course I will. Yeah,
I will just write there.
They can watch it to find out. Have you got them all to hand then, Russell? I am leading with laugh out with smiley face.
Have I got what, sorry?
Have you got all numbers in front of you in your little book?
Oh, what, my predictions?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got them all here. I write them all down, don't I?
Yeah.
In the infamous diary. He has a stats sheet. No, but on a note, thanks for everyone kind of being in the comments because it is good that there is a few people in here that play fantasy football and they can show us their teams each week. So I'm really intrigued in Liam, Han, and Green Street's team for next week. I'm intrigued to know what transfers you make. I'm intrigued to see how many points you get. I mean, me and Stu will always do ours at the start, but I like looking at now other people's who are getting involved. So
and if Green Street, Brother Budget, Happy Amaret, Liam, Lee, if they all get them into me before, if they get them to me on the Tuesday, I will do a nice fancy graphic, nice graphics for them. So so they'll all stand out well. Then I just share one screen with all three side by side.
He's a stats cheat. What's it? YKN? What points you guys on you? What's that? What do you mean points? What for fantasy in total? What we're on for total points? Is that what you mean? The overall points for me and Stu? Is that what you think?
What points you on? Yeah.
Do you mean total points?
Yeah, I think so.
Total. Well, my total points is 168. 168. What's your total points?
Roger. Thank you very much. That'd be brilliant.
What's everyone else's total points? What's your total points, Stu, and everyone else?
I can't remember.
Okay.
I'm third now. It's you, Titch, me, and then Cieran.
Oh no! In the fantasy football. Sorry.
Oh, my total points. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
My total points. I thought you meant the prediction show. My total points are points. Here we go. My total points are. Well, how do I find out my total points?
I know you're just in the top right hand corner, mate. You're just on it there.
Points. 186.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Is how crazy it is, and this is why I don't get too stressed at the start. Stu is ranked 1,300,000, right? And he's on 186 points. I am how many points behind? I'm 18 points behind him. 18. That's it. Yeah, that is a Damari Gray and an Aronson goal behind him, and I am ranked 3.3 million. That's how tight the points are. It's crazy. So that's why you don't get too kind of crazy at the start, because there's hardly anything in it.
I'm sorry, Russell, but I must confess, when I see myself ranked 1.3 out of 9.5 for my first 3 weeks of playing fantasy football, I'll take it every day. That's
good. That's really good. I mean, look at Green Street Elites. He's on 181, so he's going to be. I mean, that rank. I mean, what's your rank, Green Street? I mean, this is how close it is. This is crazy. This is what I mean. It can change so quickly in fantasy football, but that's why I love it as well. Because, 1 week you could be like, oh man, like this week I'm like, fucking hell, really? But next week I could be like 100 points. I've gone up about 2 million. I'm loving life. Lee Statham's on 135. Oh my God, Lee, what? Where are you in the world on 135? Is that that's your son, isn't it? That's Lee who comes in the videos.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
Yeah.
Main man.
I think what puts me off is because he's I look at his picture. I keep thinking his picture someone else. You lot need to help Russell out with his fanny tips. Titch is loving it when I'm doing bad in fantasy, isn't he? He loves that.
Yeah.
Yeah, in total, got my cat pestering me. I'm gonna sort that cat out. 2,765 and change. What's that now? What do you mean by that? What's your overall rank, Green Street? Whereabouts are you overall? 2,000.
In that top corner here.
Okay, yeah, okay. So look at that. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, he's like 2.5 million basically. So there's like between me and you, Stu, there's like 18 points, and then you got Green Street in the middle. I mean, it's nothing.
Crazy, isn't it?
It's absolutely nothing. All it takes is for one of us to pick a different captain, and our captain do really well, and your captain do badly, and we'll just shoot away. I mean, look at it like this. In my history, I think I got in the top 20,000. I think that was my best one, top 20,000. So I'm very comfortable and confident in my team overall. I mean, I think I'll be all right in the end. But it's good stream. I enjoyed that. And hopefully, if anyone's not commented, like I keep saying, if you're just watching, we're always happy for you to comment. If you're new, we're all friendly people here. You know, it's all good laugh. So anyone that's watching, if you ever want to kind of join in and show us your teams or tell us about your teams or tell us if you what you're thinking, just let us know. We're happy to help. Or we might be asking for your help. Could work the other way. Shall we leave it there?
I'm ranked in the leagues. I'm ranked 24 in the Leeds United Twitter league.
Well, I'm ranked 67, so I'm not first in any of my leagues right now. So I've had all my arrows are red. Red. I hate it when I get that. Or there's no better feeling. There's no better feeling when you get loads of green arrows. I just love the look of green arrows all the way up my leagues. Well, this week all I've got is red arrows. It's bad. I'm like the Red Arrows. You know the Red Arrows in Lincolnshire, the flight team. Like the Red Arrows right now. We don't bite without permission. Exactly. Yeah, it's good. I've enjoyed that.
Right, brilliant. Well, look, guys, we'll end it there, shall we? Thank you very much for watching this edition of Disabled Team and this Fantasy Football League show. Yeah, it's going well. I'm enjoying it. I really am.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, everybody, for in the room for watching us as well. You know, it means a lot to us. It does. You know, it means that we're doing something right, Russell. If people come back, do you know what I mean? It means that we're doing something right.
Yeah. We have a good laugh in the comments, give each other a bit of stick, but I don't take any of it personally. I enjoy it. So yeah, it's nice to have a good little the same people coming back, and I'm really, like I said earlier, make the transfers you want. I hope you get some green arrows, and I look forward to seeing how many points everyone gets next week. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and I'll do it. And if I get the you know, the screenshots in early enough, I'll do a nice graphic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, see you later, Titch. See you later, Green Street Elite. See you later, Happy, and everyone else that commented. So yeah, apart from the guy, remember last one thing I will say before we get off. Remember the guy last week who asked my advice, and I said, yeah, pick Havertz. No, I'm surprised we didn't see him come back because I thought Havertz might score against Leeds, but again, just shows the start of the season's been really weird.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah,
it has. Anyway, guys, it's you know, enjoy the rest of your week. And until next time, it's a goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me. See you Friday.
All right, guys, take care.